So, Up in the Air is a movie about some dumb fuck guy that fucking sucks. Like, all he does is go up in the air and shit. Like, I don't even know why they made this movie. It's so stupid. Cause, like, there's this guy, and he goes up in the air, you know? And, like, that's his job, to be up in the air. But then, his job is like, hey fam, it costs too much for you to be up in the air, because you can do your job from the internet with no, like, being up in the air anymore. And George Clooney is like, but this entire movie is supposed to be about me being up in the air, and like me being up in the air is like a metaphor for me not wanting to commit to anything or some shit. So like if I'm not up in the air, there's no movie. And his boss is like, okay, fine, you can go up in the air one last time just so we can make this movie. Then like he goes up in the air for like one last up in the air, and like he has to bring Anna Kendrick with him, and she's like questioning his entire existence. So George Clooney was like, hey, fuck you, Anna Kendrick, you're not even in the Twilight sequels, you were barely in New Moon, and you're not even in Eclipse. Maybe if you were up in the air like me, you would have been in the Twilight sequels. And Anna Kendrick is like, how would being up in the air help my acting career? You're dumb as hell, fam. Then George Clooney goes to his sister's wedding, and his sister is like, why did you even come to my wedding? I thought you'd be up in the air, or whatever. And George Clooney is like, being up in the air isn't as important as my sister's wedding. Like, and I want to walk you down the aisle because our dad is dead, and like, you're my fucking family and shit. And his sister is like, no, you can't walk me down the aisle. You were up in the air so long that we're not even fam. So just go back up in the air. And George Clooney was like, yeah, I planned on going back up in the air after the wedding. But seeing how you fucking bitches don't even love me, I'm not going to your wedding, and I'm gonna go up in the air right now and live the high life. So like he's fucking this lady, and George Clooney is like, you know what, I've wasted my life being up in the air. I don't want to be up in the air anymore, and I love you. We should get married. And she's like, well, I already have a family, because while you were up in the air your whole life, I was on the ground living a regular life. Plus, like, your dick is all messed up from being up in the air so much. Like, you kept losing your erection while we were having sex. And I think it's erectile dysfunction from being up in the air so much. And then Georgie Clooney is like, damn, you might be right. I wasted my entire life being up in the air. And then the movie ends with him, like, alone and having to be up in the air and shit. I don't know. This movie's dumb as hell, fam.